Hey, my lovely dishers, it's time to dish with D. It is Vlogmas day, I think it's day 22. 3 more days left, but we're going to do a little bit of a personal vlog. No food today. I just don't have time to remember to film. It's just been really crazy, but I want to finish out this Vlogmas in a bang. But today's video, it's a little personal to me, and I hope it touches a few of you. It's about your journey. And what I want to ask you, what do you want from it? Like, there's many, we want to lose weight, we want to get, but you have to be specific. Like, there are people there's so many different people on different types of journeys. There's the one who need to lose 5 pounds. They're the ones that need to lose 10 pounds. They're the ones that need to lose 50 pounds, 75, 100, 200, 300, 400. There's different types of journeys, and not all are the same. That's why I think personal points was an interesting thing, because when you really think about it, it is personal to us because everybody is different. Everybody has different needs. Everybody has different wants. So I'm not really quite sure where you are at your journey, but I want to ask you, what do you want? Like, do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be able to play with your grandkids? Do you want to live? And there are people that, and I'm not judging, but there are people that want to be skinny. And there are people that just want to feel better. So there's different reasons. Find yours. Don't take somebody else's. Find what makes, what's personal to you. Like I said, not everybody's out to sit there and be a goal. Create your own goal. Don't let WW dictate what your goal weight is, because honestly, they're going to pick something that's a little bit crazy for some of us. And when you think about it, I am, they would want me to be like 139 or something like that, would be, but here's the thing. Yeah, I took the 10-pound note, above that. Am I any less healthy being 10 pounds above that? The world would say, you still have a weight issue. I'm still considered overweight. I'm not obese or morbidly obese. And remember, I'm still considered overweight. And I look at that and I said, I get that that's those guidelines, but those guidelines didn't see what I weighed 3 years ago. So for me, I am a swimsuit model. I am a size 2. That's how I feel. But the world doesn't see me that way. And I am so okay with that, because the world doesn't live my life for me. I do. And I say what's healthy. They don't get to judge my life and dictate what's healthy to me. Am I healthy? Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh my gosh, I am 100 pounds less. Dang. Is it perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. Do I want to be perfect? No. But, you do have people, like you're going to come into contact with the perfectionist people, that's not good enough. Sometimes it's never good enough. Like they, and that's just, something inside them. And I just don't want that to affect you and think, oh my God, if she's not happy, what about me? Oh my gosh. Like, I often think about that when I look at people, and like, if they're unhappy with the way they look, what do they think of me? Because I am certainly nowhere near where they're at, and they're not happy with the way they look. And they look, in my opinion, fantastic. But yeah, so I don't want that to cloud your journey. Like, you have to really sometimes put tunnel, blinders on and not listen to the outside world or some people. Like I said, everybody's different. You need to focus on you. And for me, it was just about living. It was, I say this a million times, I know I repeat myself, but I really think it bears repeating, that if I didn't do something, I would have died in 6 months based on the test results that he had in front of him. So my why was to live and to be around and I was at that point in my late 40s. So it's not like I was 68, 70, not that that's old, But I mean, a 40, probably 48-year-old woman, and the doctor's telling you that your weight is killing you pretty much. And I often said I didn't want the reason my children buried me because mom couldn't push herself away from the table. You know, can you imagine that? They're grieving the loss of their mother because she couldn't stop going back for more food. I didn't have cancer. I didn't have a disease. I wasn't in an accident. I wasn't born with a disability. I ate too much. I say it to myself, and I didn't really realize it at the time. I said, I just don't do enough activity. I eat really good. Well, I do eat really good, but I just eat a lot of really good. Even a lot of really good is not good. So I made it my mission to sit there and not let that happen. Yeah, there was a lot of dark days. There was a lot of sad days, a lot of sadness. You know, there's so much, especially being Italian, that food holds memories and things. And there's times where I was just so sad that I couldn't eat anymore. I was depressed. And, you know, as much as people be like, that's crazy, not really. You know, we all have food issues. What they are is determined, you know, by, I have no idea. But I know my food was just, I had an overeating problem. And I didn't recognize it for the longest time. And when I finally did, I was like, oh, you know, I have to get this under control. Am I under control now? Yeah, I have the tendency to want to do more, eat more, go back. I think I'm always going to be this way. I'm always going to have this tendency to want more. So I finally just say to myself, are you hungry? No. Then stop eating. You know, I'm not full, but I'm not hungry. So I'm trying to be attuned to the feelings of my body. And again, a lot of my problems is up in my head that I want it because I want to taste it. I want to savor it. I want to, you know, I want to feel it on my tongue. I mean, it's a whole experience sometimes. So I have to like really push that aside and be like, are you really hungry? And here we are in the holidays. You know, do I let myself loose a little bit? And I say to myself, and I say to you, that is your personal choice. If you're all right with loosening up for the holidays, and then go for it. I always feel like we punish ourselves because we eat too much on a holiday, but that's when everybody eats too much. So you have to have a balance of, yes, I'm going to indulge, and no, I will not let myself feel guilty about that. Because you could sit there and make that decision and then the next day have the guilt, and you don't beat yourself up over it, you know? You just have to make the best choices that you can. But yeah, I mean, your journey is personal to you, your why, you know, your cusp, what you want to do, what you want to weigh. It's not anybody else's decision but yours. If WW says, well, that's not going to fall under our parameters, then it doesn't fall under their parameters, and you just move on. You know, like, you know, I can't stress enough that it becomes an obsession if you let it. And I don't want to be self-obsessed with my weight and the number on the scale. So I picked a goal. I got a doctor's note that was over my goal. Now I'm over that. But I'm still okay with it. I'm not beating myself about it, you know. And I've been this way for quite a while. I've been struggling for the last, you know, since January. Going back on weight loss mode, I've kind of lost my footing, but I'm slowly getting it back, and I'm just trying to give myself the opportunity to say, you can do this. You know, you're not going to do it overnight. It's going to take some trial and error, but you can get back there. It's only 10 pounds, Denise. It's not 100. Keep that in perspective. When you talk about weight to some people, like I have people who watch my videos who are extremely overweight, and they're looking at me going, she's bitching about 10 pounds. I am cognizant of that. So I often say, I know, because I get it. I do, because I was that 100-pound overweight girl. I know how that feels, and I know when you watch different things, you don't relate the same. But I kind of remember that, so I kind of can relate to that under 100-pound girl, or, you know, it's a whole different, you know, and I'm not, like I said, disputing that people have to lose 10 pounds. That's me. But it's different when you have to lose an astronomical number versus just a few pounds. It's not as, to us it seems like a mountain. 10 pounds to me seems like, oh my gosh. But to them, they're like, I could split 10 pounds off, but yeah, they could, but we can't. So I also have to have a balance of being mindful of that and mindful of people. Because like I said, I was that 100-pound overweight girl. And I know exactly how that felt. And it was not that long ago. So it's very fresh in my mind. And sometimes, the sadness I felt and the depression I felt and the overwhelming desire that I had a hurdle that it just felt like I could never do it. Like you sit there and you think to yourself, you have to lose a person. And how do you do it? I remember the first meeting I went to, sitting there, and I don't think I heard the whole lecture. I was just going, how did I let it get this bad? How did I let it get this bad? And what am I going to do? That was like I was in a hole that I couldn't see the top of. And I just chiseled away. And I said, you know what? You got to celebrate every stinking pound. Don't worry about the 25s. You got to get there. You got to get to 5 before you can get to 25. And it would be like 2 pounds, 3.5, 5. And then you just sit there and you chip and you chip. And you don't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to have this for, done by next year. You know what? You didn't get heavy overnight. You're not going to lose it overnight. So you just chip it away, make small sustainable changes that you can live with. Because let me tell you something, if you're going to give up something that you love because you want to lose weight, it's not going to work. You got to fit it in somehow. Certain foods, like me, for me, it's plain pasta. It's plain semolina pasta. There's a lot of people out there eating the high protein pastas, the high fiber pastas. I don't like them. And I am not willing to sacrifice that for weight loss, because inevitably I'm going to eat the pasta again. So I just eat less, and it's just how I knew that was part of my life. And it's just finding ways around that. And is it easy? Not always, but we just have to really sit there and make good choices and stick with them, and don't take the short, the road less traveled, or take the shortcut to get to where you need to go. Sometimes taking the long way and learning a lot about yourself is what you need to do. And, and we're here for you. There's a lot of channels you could watch on YouTube. If you go to meetings, there's a lot of good groups on Facebook. There's a lot of good people out there that are willing to, are on that journey with you and are willing to lend a helping hand. I always say you have to ask, though. If you need something, you have to ask. Hey, I need a buddy. Hey, I need help. I need more support. I need somebody to share. I am lost. That's, and I've said it. I've said I was lost, but I also said I'm not alone, because I didn't feel alone, because I have this whole community, and I can't imagine where I'd be without them, because if I'm this lost and I have you guys, what if I didn't? I probably would have way more than 10 pounds on, and I probably wouldn't care, and I probably wouldn't go back to my meeting, and I would probably just sit back and then watch it go up, 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 up. And it does. It might not be overnight, but man, in 6 months, you've got like 40, 50 pounds back on. And I just didn't want to see that happen. So yeah, so I expressed myself, and not everybody can vlog and talk in front of everybody, but you can always ask. That's what the community is here for. And I think, I don't want to say it, but I think I have a really good one here. I think the people that are part of this community on Dish with D are the nicest people I've never met. They are. I mean, I watched during tea that they intermingle with themselves and have conversations and root each other on, and are there to pick up each other, and are just there for each other. So, like I said, reach out. What are the top tips you got out of this video? Reach out for help. Make realistic goals. And don't let WW tell you what you need to weigh. I told told her off, but there used to be an old WW saying, it's nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. And I thought that was just a negative. I raised my hand and I said, honestly, I don't think the message is to be skinny. I said, the message is to be healthy. And honestly, not all of us here are even going to get near our goal, let alone at our goal. Because I was at a meeting and you've seen people there for years. To me, it's almost insulting to say that, because I said, if you look up skinny in the dictionary, it doesn't, it's not a positive term. It means unfleshed, unnourished. You know, you don't want to be skinny. You want to be healthy. You want to be normal. Nothing tastes as good as normal feels. Nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Nothing tastes as good as being in control feels. They're my mantras. To use the word skinny and thin, I just don't think that that's should be said in a Weight Watchers meeting, honestly. Unless you're at a, maybe a Lifetimers. Because there are people out there that are, there are, and good for them if that's what they want. But, that's not what this girl wants. Honestly, skinny people don't eat, and skinny is hard to maintain. So, that's why I knew, goal was never a thing I wanted to achieve because I didn't think I could maintain it. Barely, I was right. So I went for the healthy route and a little bit. I'm still considered overweight, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. Going from a size 26 to a size 10, I feel like I'm skinny. I do, and it's all about how you feel. And that's what people will say. You'll hear a lot of people say, "I feel fat." You feel fat because you think you're fat. And I hate to use the word fat because I don't like it, but I feel puffy. I feel bloated. Not I am or I look, I feel. Listen to those words. You'll see a lot of people, and that's just a problem they have with themselves. And if you've said those words, think about it next time. It's really something that we have to deal with, because this journey is a lot of times up here. It is. It's very much, and I can tell you that. It is. And we have to deal with ourselves and almost like I deal with myself as a little child. That's what I tell myself. I treat myself like a little child. I talk to myself like a little child, because up here I think I am when it comes to my journey and my weight and all that. I'm getting there. I'll get there, and I will take my baby steps when I get them. And I'm bringing you all along with me. So if you're up for I'm calling it the Reboot Your Booty 2022, Dish with D is going to go. We're going to go crazy in 2022. We're just going to, make better choices, enjoy our food, live our lives, and lose weight at the same time. So if you're up for that, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're at the January 2nd kickoff live here on my channel. And we will do this one baby step at a time. And we'll do it together, because there is no I in Dish with D. Well, yes, there is. There is no I in together. We need each other. We lift each other up and we hug each other. We don't tear each other down, though. So, thank you for watching this Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I will dish with you hopefully tomorrow. I'm not sure what I have planned for tomorrow. I might just use another live again. Yeah, it is what it is. But I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, go down, hit that subscribe button, be part of the revolution of rebooting your booty in 2022. It's going to be our year. Going to be our year. Come join me at Lifetime. I'd love to have you there. And if you enjoy these, to give them a big old thumbs up and leave me a comment below about what your 2022 is going to look like. I will talk to you later.